So even right there, even in the chorus, it's not quite as still as the verse, but there's a little bit of movement. And if you listen to the guitars, let me just kind of wheel this back a little bit. Again, what's properly supported is the vocal. That's the main front and center feature. And then as we get into the instrumentation, notice what's happening in the chorus, that you'll hear a little bit of the picking and a texture pattern of what the guitars are doing. So listen to this real quick. That real quick, and you can hear it. Okay, so what's happening in the guitar parts, we have guitar 1 that is giving this texture pattern right here. And I'll bring the click in. Okay, so this bum, ding, da, dun, dun is very simple. There's not a lot to it. But what's cool about it is that, you know, this is what you have to encourage your musicians and guitar players to think of, that one simple part that they're playing is going to be in combination with what the rest of the band is doing. So it's not just, you know, that's the guitar part, right? It's not just doing that forever and ever till Jesus comes. There's another counterpart that's happening, and I want you to hear it. All right, let's wheel that back again, and let me just see where we're at. The guitar parts. Here we go. So I'm going to play guitar 1, and then I'll go to guitar 2, and you'll hear the add in. Okay, here we go. This is the chorus. 2, 3, and. Okay, so I know that seemed pretty dry and basic, but what's happening here is that you have one guitar player that's playing a texture pattern, you have another one that's also playing the counterpart. So if you have a worship band, you have 2 guitar players, that gives you right there an example of what you can do with both of them, right? Now I'm going to move on, I'm going to bring the rest of the band back in. But what I love about showing you that is we have this progression of what's to come. We have this chorus that we're working towards. Now this is verse 2. If I were to play piano, my roll would be like this. At that point, the rest of the song builds. So what's happening is that we're trying to give enough room of what's happening within the verse and the chorus to build up towards this groove that you heard in verse 2. And so a lot of this I detailed a little further in the article that's posted up right now on Facebook Live. and you can see that also at worshipteamtraining.com. So I hope that you can find that article, because that's going to be kind of putting more flesh on the bone of what I'm doing here. If you've already read the article, now you're kind of getting the visual demonstration of what's happening and what I was talking about in terms of what's happening between the changes of verse and chorus, so forth. But here, again, we have this, notice that when I was playing the chorus, I wasn't trying to play more loudly than what I was doing in the verse. I'm still just trying to keep it straight. That's my verse, right? So now when the chorus comes up, now I can put a little bit of movement right here, and that's just in the right hand. And I can change registers, that's fine. But what I'm doing is I'm just keeping time, and actually what's great, most musicians play by ear and don't know their scales exactly. Knowing your scales is huge, knowing your chords is huge. But if you think about the timing that I'm doing, right? It just goes like right along with that ride cymbal that you hear in the track. And then when the verse comes in with the toms, it fills everything out and you get this nice groove. Now I'll bring the vocals back in. See how the vocals are still front and center? Then everything starts to build right here. Okay, so now we get into the bridge, and you can hear things are starting to open up, and that's what a good song should do. It should have somewhere as a beginning start, and then it should move elsewhere into the storyline. So that's what I meant at the very top of the broadcast, is asking you the question, do you feel like your band is just at the gunshot, man? Everyone's just in, just full volume, full dynamic, full tempo, and you can't make any heads or tails, and that's when the vocals get lost. That's when we experience singers going, well, we knew I came in, and that's probably the reason why, is because you're making it impossible for them to enter. Now think on a grander scale of what they may do for the church. So like a good story, a good song is about placement. It's about learning how to place notes. Now I'm even adding in a few more rhythms right there with what I'm doing. And I'm sorry you're not able to see what I'm doing guitar, so I'm facing this way. But the point I'm trying to make is that I'm just trying to keep things rhythmically clear, but also simple, without having to do a lot of strumming and a lot of playing. So the same thing works true with the piano. I mean, it's just, everything is, on the chorus. That's all you have to do. I'm just playing a total of 4 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just doubling the octave in the left hand, and then my right hand is just playing a 5th. That's just a D natural and an A natural. Okay? So by doing that, it kind of rings through. Like if you can think of bells, it's got that bell-like quality. And by the time I add the guitars in, right, then you can hear things move around the song. And so again, the whole idea is that we want to keep the vocal front and center. So the better that we do that as a team, the more that we've done our job by making the song more captivating, filling it with breath. Again, it's just these simple